I found a space, says a proceduralist who is trying to launch his own OBL.
This is something I hear commonly. A proceduralist who wants to launch his own OBL, enterprising, ambitious, all good things. We're usually talking to him in the context of us potentially developing an OBL for him, or him becoming a PAD proceduralist at one of the OBLs we already are developing. And usually he's vacillating between working with us or trying to go it alone and launch his own OBL. Great, we wish him well. If that's what he chooses, we wish him well. Very often what I hear is the first thing he does and focuses on is finding a space. I found a space, 4,000 or 5,000 square feet, and he signs the lease, puts some money down, works with the architects and starts developing the space, the layout, the rooms, the procedure suite. And he's very proud of himself. That's great. I will tell you that finding and developing the space is on the list of priorities, it's somewhere down here. And on the list of difficult items, it's somewhere down here. It's one of the easiest things to do. That is not what we recommend you should focus on first. That's easy. There's a lot of other things that are more difficult and take higher priority before that. Contracting, credentialing, location selection, city, location selection within the city, referral generation. How are you going to earn referrals? What is your plan to educate the community? Hiring, training, processes, compliance. If you haven't answered all these questions, you shouldn't be developing a space because you're putting the cart before the horse. And I really think a lot of proceduralists immediately go to the space part because it makes them feel like they're accomplishing something. And it's kind of easy. You just sign a lease. You get a commercial real estate broker, he'll find a space, you sign a lease. You work with an architect, you pay these people, and you pay the architect and he'll start developing. So it feels like you're really doing something. And it's visible and you see it. But if you haven't done these things, I would recommend pause. This is much later. Figure out these things first. This is my advice to you. If you're going to launch your own OBL, focus on these things first. Contracting, credentialing, referral generation, community education, compliance, hiring, supplies, processes. A lot of proceduralists, most proceduralists, they train in hospital environments. They don't see all the work that comes below the tip of the iceberg, all of this stuff, and they've never done that. I'm not saying you can't do it. Probably smart if you're watching this, you can do it. But it takes a lot more work than most people think. So I see a lot focusing on found a space, develop a space, because that's kind of easy. So I would recommend shelf that, do that later, figure out these things first, and I wish you well. If you want to work with us, either as a PAD proceduralist or maybe you want us to develop a OBL for you, we might be open to that. Reach out to us, we'd love to get to know you.